Okay, topic friends. Okay, describe your best friend. Well, when I first see the cue card, the first thing springing to mind is my best friend. Her name is Ching, and we have been playing with each other for like 6 or 7 years. Well, I remember that we first met in secondary school, and we're about the same age, and we went to the same class, sorry, we went to the same class. And in high school we attend the same school but not the same class anymore. So the reason why me and she is very close, like, I at first we like didn't like each other at all because we found that no, it just like quite annoying. But I remember when we were doing the assignments together, and we found out like we hate the same person. So it's, I know it's quite mean and it's quite like, yeah, not good. It's, but well, that's the reason why we became close friend. And back to that time, I was like shy, introverted, and like she introduced me to her friend, and she took me to many places, like to help me to socialize. And look at me now, I'm become like friendly and extroverted and extremely talkative. And like, because even though we not in the same class in high school, but we still share a lot of things together. Like, she knows everything about me, and whenever I get into trouble, or I have something to share, or I have something sad, I always turn to her for advices. And we've been through a lot of thick and thin together, so we really understand each other very much. And I really appreciate this friendship, and I love to being friend with her. Okay. And even though we like don't have time so much, we still like try to take time to hang out with each other. Like, we're gonna hit the coffee shop, grab a cup of coffee, and maybe have an idle chit chat together. So yeah, actually I really appreciate this friendship. Okay, part 3. Okay, do you think it is easy to make friends in Vietnam? Well, honestly, I think making friends in Vietnam is very easy because Vietnamese people are really friendly and hospitable, and they like willingly to give somebody a hand, and it's regardless of their income, their status, or even their relationship. Like, well, in because I think Vietnamese people like me are always like friendly and extroverted, and they like not take anything seriously into account. So it's easily to make friends, and they are willingly to give somebody a hand. So I think it's easy to make friends in Vietnam because Vietnamese people, we are really friendly actually. Okay, go to, what do you think the difference between adults and children making friends is? Well, I think the biggest difference is, when you're kids, you like easily to make friends because, for example, like you go to the kindergarten, you saw a girl or a boy who looks friendly, or even he looks shy, you just come to his or her and talk. Hey, do you want to make friends with me? Okay, okay, so we will be friends. Oh, do you want to play some puzzle, or we're gonna play like tug of war or hide and seek? Yeah, then they become friends. But adults, they have to take many things into account, like relationships, income, relationships, personalities, and maybe their status. And they think about like, these relationship gonna take anything, like they gonna take advantage from this or not, and maybe other things, I don't know. And is because the adults is quite picky and choosy because they have to do many works, they have to do things in works, they don't have full time for playing anything or like playing some kids games, and they're really busy. And the grown-ups, they think they're more I don't know, more things to consider, and they gonna spend time with their families more than their friends, and the friends must be really like reliable and trustworthy for them. Okay. 3. What is the most important thing in friendship? Well, actually, there are a lot of things that criteria when you are in a relationship, friendship in particular. Like first of all, I think it's honesty and trustworthy. Then is like supportive, reliable, maybe caring, sympathetic. It's like a good friendship is a part and parcel of everybody's life, and like not many people have good friends. Good friends is really a shoulder to cry on, is the one who gonna encourage you always, like you can count on, is someone that you can count on, and you like really close to each other, and is the one like never stab me on my back. For me is that, for example, I am a picky person, I quite choosy, so I consider a last friends as my best friend. I have a lot of friends, but it's more like acquaintance more than a real friends, and a few close friends, but they're really like, I consider quality more than quantity, like that. Okay, 4. What makes friendship break up? Well, I think most of all, the reason why friendships break up is like small things, like trivial things, but they cannot address things properly. For example, like me and my friend and my best friend and I, like the same guy, but that guy will like just one of us, or maybe like other girls, and me and her like trigger have arguments about this, and maybe like jealous or something like that, and that guy maybe like makes us impressing about each other, so it's quite conflict. And I think most of the friendships break up by misunderstood, because like they don't sitting together and talk like seriously and properly, and they like easily get out of hand. That relationships, that arguments, conflicts gonna be get out of hand when they don't solve it properly, and they just like fall apart, and they maybe never meet each other again, like an old friendship no longer anymore. It's quite sad actually. 5. What do you think are the most important qualities for friends to have? Most important? Well, tough question, because I find out like many qualities that a friend must have, like trustworthy. The qualities like indispensable is like trustworthy, the caring, sympathetic, and never stab behind your back. I think these are the most qualities like a friend should have. Maybe, well, a funny way is like a friend which always offer you a milk, or like do not love your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend. I know it's quite silly, but for me, Gen Z is like very vital, and maybe like they have to be understanding you, and you like a shoulder to cry on, not like acquaintance. Like for example, when you get into trouble, you call her, his or her, they will like willingly come to support you and do everything for you, like to help you solve that problems. But acquaintance, they're gonna show up or not show up, will or will not actually, and it's like just consider acquaintance. You should cherish and appreciate the real friendship, like the one who really loves you and respect you. 6. Do you think it is impossible to make real friends on the internet? Well, honestly, with the advent of the new technology like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or Tinder, maybe, it's very easy to make friends on Facebook, on social media, because like within a click of the touchpad, it's like you can add friends, you can follow someone, you can see her activities or see her photos, and you're gonna like reply her story, and then a story begin. It's just simple, and we can talk about the relationship, the friendship, the income, the status, and the things like trivial things in daily basis. Like it's really easy to break the ice with the strangers via the social media, but I think making real friends in the internet is quite risky because you don't know how who the that person really are, like their personalities, because sometimes people just post something like fake details, fake informations on social media and pretend like they're a good guy. So it's quite risky to making friends with that kind of people. I think so, but it's not like it still can, and maybe, but I think it shouldn't because maybe you can be exhort and kidnap if you're too young and you can be like trapped or something. I think it's not impossible, but it shouldn't because it's like really risky.